Good morning, good morning. Welcome to 4x8 Paper Stuff. This is Beth. We are doing our Crown Jewel Journal. The world is your oyster. Put on a crown. Let's get started. Good morning, good morning. Yes, I am covered already because I forgot to prep these last night, which I needed to do, and I don't like heat drying things. It just doesn't look the same to me. I know that might be silly to some, but it just doesn't look the same. But I had to do it. But in the meantime, I still got black all over me. So what are we doing? We are doing a page that I could not wait to do. We are doing number 106. What are we doing? We're taking a book and getting inspiration from it. An art book. An art style that I cannot, that's not the right word. An art style that is out there. That's a good word. It's out there. Basquiat, way out there. Way out there. But I bought this book because there's something about his vibrancy of color or something. I don't know. Which one am I doing? I already forgot. 106 or 116? So these are prompts that I assigned myself. 106 from this book. And I'm taking things from them from all different directions. All right, I gotta find 106. Ah, right here. Right here. So the Eiffel Tower. I love the Eiffel Tower. And I'm thinking this might be too low for this. Hold on a sec. Still, this is a big that goes across both pages, big. Yesterday when I was looking at these, I hadn't even ever seen the frogs in here. But there are frogs in here. I had never seen the French flags in here. I know, until yesterday. So, I wanted this chalky white background that has a black start and then white paint chalked over it like a wash. And then I'm going to try to do something like this. Try. So, this is my journal. If you're new, there's a few new people here again. Welcome. This is my journal. I like a 4x8 shape. I love a traveler's notebook. But I usually do them this way. So, I decided to let's go for it and try it this way. And all the videos up until now from this series are all process videos of what I've done. Now, I also gave myself another challenge. For those of you that already know this, I have to repeat it every once in a while, which you just have to do sometimes. I am, how do I say this without being political? I do not agree with our current president. Flat blank. That's just, and his regime. Regime being the scary word. But in order to hide from that, in the area of the United States where I live, which is in the South, which is just completely gaga for this regime, I immerse myself in art. So, I give myself mantras, I give myself thought processes, I give myself excuses to not pay attention, I guess. And I told myself, okay, I'm at our beach. We have a beach house, and I'm at the beach. We spend a lot of our winter time here. And this is just in the last few years. So I'm like, the world is your oyster. You make it the way you want to make it. So I went from that, and Basquiat, who puts a lot of crowns in his things, to the world is your oyster, put a crown on it. So every page has to have some kind of message of an oyster. Whether it's a shape, which I made my own stamp, and I even called it Basquiat. I made some oyster shapes and a crown, very roughly, purposely, and these other two are just scraps. So it could be in the shape of an oyster. It can be an outline of an oyster. It could be the word oyster. It can be anything, a word that came from another prompt from that book, but it's written on an oyster. Just all kinds of things, And this is my reason why. The need for me to embrace my world as if it was given to me and to create my own happy moments. That's not how I read it. The need for me to embrace my world as it is given to me, our current conditions here, and to create my own happy moments. Apply art to those moments. I'm in charge of my oyster, and I choose to add a crown to it. So that's what we're doing. And every day I'm taking a different painting and picking something out of it that I want to do. Today happens to be the Eiffel Tower. Now, this would be the wisest thing to do for the Eiffel Tower, but I don't want to do that. I changed my mind. I said that possibly is what I'm going to do yesterday, but I don't want to do that. So I stamped a couple of things also while I still had paint here. And I also got a little bit of blue paper. These are just papers that I've painted. And a little bit of red painted paper. And I have more paint if I need to alter these at all. Because I think I want to put a little bit of the flag in here. So actually, that's what we're going to start with. We're going to start with the easy stuff. I'm not trained. It's quite apparent that I'm not trained. But I think the only training I prefer at this point in my life revolves around fun. And I am having fun. As long as I'm having fun, I'm okay. And I didn't want these to be completely... I like an abstract anything. And you get lost in the story of it. Actually, that doesn't look very blue. It looks more teal. So I just kind of... I'm going to tape these together and then mess with the paint in a minute so that it can be drying. No, that's not right. Okay. I like a good collage. So anything I can collage is good in my book. And it is my book. So, and I'm not trying to be flippant about it. This is what I like to do. This is what my channel is about. And if it's not for you, that's fine. But I'm glad for the people that are here. And we have great conversations, as much as you can have on a YouTube comment section. Okay. Somehow that's going to be incorporated. I don't know how yet. But I think it needs to be a little bit darker blue. So, or a little bit more, less teal. I have some paint here. Ooh, but it's got a lot of black on it. That the fact that my water's dirty. My water's always dirty. Hello, my name is Beth. My water's always dirty. I paint water. Okay, I don't want it perfect. But I guess it's going to be. Okay. That needs to dry now. I'm just wiping off my paintbrush on some of my desk paper so that I can use it down the line. Because I love that random approach. Okay. So now I have an oyster from my stamp that's got a bunch of marks in it, which is fine. I've got some jelly plates that are tiny circles, and I've got those. I think I'm going to tear off a piece of this white paper and attempt to draw an Eiffel Tower. And I am not good at this at all. And I'm drawing it very lightly because it may not work. And it doesn't have to be exact replica of the Eiffel Tower. I'm okay with that too. But I want it to be at least recognizable. So far, that's not happening. We'll see. Or maybe it is. Okay. I have Neocolor 2s. I'm going to use those. We're just going to color this and see what happens. Where's black? I transport stuff back and forth. Some art supplies back and forth. So I have things in containers. I don't want this to be perfect. This is a teeny tiny little broken Neocolor 2 black. Now, these are activated by water. I think, let's just try it. We can always just get rid of it and start over. And it's got black paint in it still, so who knows? I'm okay with that. Not perfect. I'm going to dry it real quick. All right, as I was drying this, I'm like, ooh, white marker, paint marker, which I don't always like, but it might work. Trying to make a outline inside the black lines as if it were metalwork. Okay, that's enough for me. That's enough for me. It's a suggestion of the Eiffel Tower. Right? Right. Okay, now cutting it with a border might make it look more Eiffel Tower-ish. Might. No, that goes, yeah. My little scissors are downstairs. I'm too lazy to go get them. Okay, Eiffel Tower. And actually, it works once you get it on this black background. It looks a lot like the painting. This book, I think, came out in 2017. I talked about it in the beginning. Okay, hold on a second. I'm going to dry this too. Okay, here's my flag. Okay, that's an element. Now, ooh. The frogs aren't going to happen. Okay, they're not happening. Although I could put green on here. Let's put minty green. We do like a good minty green. Let's use this green and some white. We do like a good chocolate mint ice cream color. Okay, I'm going to add a little white. Let's see. Might be too much white. Way too much paint, but that's okay. I'm thinking I might do something with these circles, just like a border or something. I can always do something different. And I don't want it perfect. I do love a good circle. Okay, those need to dry a little bit. I like that. Should I? Probably not. I'm thinking. Somehow I got to get an oyster in here. A green oyster? Why, yes, we can. That's what we're doing. And then I'll figure it out. And you know what? I'm just going to go for it and put it straight on here. Okay. Okay, it didn't come out completely full. It looks better with this completely filled in. Right. Now, I think I don't want these that big. I think I want them smaller. Do I do another one? I might regret this, but I can cover it up if I have to. These are just handmade stamps, so they're not with foam, so they're not perfect, but I don't want them to be perfect. And only you and I know that this is an oyster. Okay, now we need a crown. A red, white, and blue crown. That might be stretching my talent a little bit. Okay, I'm good with that. But I really do think I want a crown. Somewhere. Just a tiny one. Okay, that's good. Because his were very sloppy most of the time. Okay, I got a lot of paint here. A lot of paint in this paintbrush. I'm thinking this one has me stumped a little. I mean, the easiest thing would be to say, that's good right there. Maybe I'm going to do a little bit of an outline around the oyster. if I had other paint markers. Ooh, 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 ooh. I do have Stabilos. Or actually the Neocolor 2s. Blue. Not Neocolor 2s. These. I might put these on here. And he actually made them very sloppy, purposely, I'm sure. Okay, now, I don't want to cut them, because I want them in their sloppy form. Oh, you know what? Okay, in the book, in the painting, he actually did a really sloppy red one on white. We're going to do that too. And that might be a shape I can achieve. Okay, I need some more white paper. This is children's easel paper in white. You can get it in a bunch of different colors. But I have fallen in love with paint paper on a roll. Okay, we need the red marker again. All right, let's just see. Okay, it can't be too big. This is probably not a good idea because I have no skills here. But we're going for it anyhow. Because he was on drugs, most likely, when he did this. Because he was in bad shape these latter years of his career. This was towards the latter years. He only painted for 10 years. It's wild. Now I'm going to cheat a little bit and use a red marker. If I can find one. I think this is red. Because he's got little boxes. It almost looks like a rocket ship. Okay, I'm going with that. Now, and this paper is ripped. Or at least it might have been a splotch of paint. I don't know. Oh dear. All right. I really don't want this right here. I want it to be a raw edge and not a straight edge. Okay. Actually, I like that one better than my black one. That's okay. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. Oh dear, it's too big too. This page is a little bit bigger. We're gonna go like that. Then this, okay, we've got our oyster, we've got the green frogs, we've got a crown, we've got the French flag in here, which needs to go like that. I think we can glue everything down. And I'm good with this. Before we spill this paint. All my leftover paint containers that are acrylic, I squirt them into jars and travel with the jar. stalling a little bit, but that's good. That's okay. All right, let's just glue, and we have a Basquiat painting. I actually like this a lot because it is out of my control, most of it. You can't always judge where you're going to tear the paper. You can't always judge how paint is going to react in places. The green is a little bit out there. I had no intentions of doing the green. But this, to me, is exactly why I'm doing this project. Because I want it to be kind of random. No, I'm not on drugs. This is my brain on paint. I love this. That would be a great t-shirt. This is my brain on paint. I love the randomness of this. My cover's a little bit bigger, so the fact that this sticks out a little bit is okay. And if it gets a little muffled, that's okay too. Because I love this. This is exactly what I wanted to do for the whole journal. And I'm getting there. I mean, I love this one. That has a little bit too much intention because I actually have the chair kind of looking like a chair. This was scratching in blue paint, and the fact that I went over it, I really don't like it like that now. I'm being too critical. These are little tiny pieces. I don't know. I love this one too. I like it more wow out there. And I want it to look like I'm on LSD. Can you tell I was raised in California? I love this. That is crazy. But you can't deny that it doesn't kind of look a little crazy like this in the best sort of way. Yes, I love that. I do not want to replicate Basquiat. I want to take techniques or colors or shapes or images from that book. This is my master's class on how to paint. Not really. My entire goal is to have fun, and I had a ton of fun because I woke up grumpy this morning. I know you find that hard to believe, but I did. Just because the news in this country is, for some people, horrific. Horrific. And if you can take yourself to Paris with a green oyster, why not? Right? Why not? Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Oh, what are we doing tomorrow? I don't know. Oh, we're going to do 2 cabezas. It's going to be wild too. I have a feeling. Bye.